One, the Heroes webinar. My name is Conrad and I'm calling in from the United Kingdom. So last Thursday, a truly exciting State of the Union updates from our CEO, Mr. Mufareh. And at Heroes, our mission is simple. We try to make sure that nobody is left behind. That's why we are here today. So break down every important highlight into bite-sized pieces for everyone to be able to digest. So on that note, I would like to call on Brother Bob Takusi to give us a full rundown of the with ASH. After will share his insights from the technical perspective. And of course, that will then open the floor for the rest of our panel members to join either their perspectives on stood out to them about the CEO's presentation or to add into what our brothers already have shared. Welcome, Brother Bob, and the mic is yours.
Thank you, Fort. Hello, Julie. Good to see you. Hello, everybody. This is your brother Bella Merrill, and it's exciting to be here. Some exciting times in our company, so I'm honored to be here as always. Good to see everyone. So yes, indeed, Sister Comfort. That's one of the best days in my entire being in this journey. You know, first of all, to begin, the meeting, the webinar was very, very professional. The webinar was short, it was concise. You know, our founder was on point. It did not take that long, 4 hours, 5 hours. No, this one, it tells us that we are in new direction. We are direction. The synchronization from our founder Ash, Red Fred, and to Jaliva, and their rendition of what our founder was right on point. It was outstanding, to say that right from the gate. The second point I want to highlight is the title of the meeting, of the webinar. Our founder called it the State of the Union. That kept me thinking. The State of the Union. So our father is looking at us as one family. That's why he calls it the State of the Union. All of us, we are one whole, we are one people, wherever you are. And he's coming to give us where we are, the State of the Union. So that title was very significant to me as well. The third thing was his disposition. Ash looked relaxed. He looked happy. He was excited. It seems like something exciting within him. As we later find out, he was just happy to be out there. He was happy to talk to us. He was happy to see us. And then he begins by telling us that he's going to speak to us straight from the heart. Straight Talk Express. He said, whether you are a support of mine, someone that have been with me throughout the journey, or you are partially with us, or you have been, distracted and gone and tried something else and come back, I'm going to speak to you with purpose and with clarity and humility. Then in a display of humility, he says, what life is worth all the trouble that we have gone through. So given everything that ASH MUfreh has gone through, he's telling us that what lies ahead, what is coming, is worth it. It's well worth it. If he had to do it, he would do it all over again. And then we see a rare moment of candor. ASH MUfreh is fighting with himself. He's debating with his head and his heart. His head is telling him, move on, man, move on. Forget about the SEC. That's what his head is telling. His heart is telling him, otherwise, you are the man of credibility. You are the man with credible relationship. You are the man with integrity. You are the man with character and a competent man. You have promised transparency, so you must deliver it, and that's what Ash does. He goes on and tells us a developing story about the SEC case, which at the end of the webinar, there's a breaking news. He tells us at that time that they were working on it, things were fairly well, everything was going well. He has a team of lawyers And he asked us he beckoned us to go look them up, actually, and I did. Two of the best leading law firms in this country, one in Orlando and the other in New York. They have what we call two bulls. If you have a lawyer that's defending you and the lawyer is called a pit bull, that means this lawyer is going to defend you. This lawyer is going to protect you. This lawyer is going to advise you. This lawyer has one mission. It's your victory. And that's what delivered for our founder, Mr. Ash. And Mufareh, he talked about the journey. The journey has been long. The journey has been long with a lot of delays, disappointments, and mistakes. You know, he said so they had to start all over again. So it took time. And then there were some people who there were some people who were not what he thought they were when they came in. So there were disappointments and everything. But guess what? Ash Mufareh had responsibility of everything. The buck stops with him. He says, I take full responsibility of all the delays, of all the disappointments, of everything. He carries everything on his shoulder. That's who this man is. And then he tells us we are building something bold. And when you do something bold, there's high risk and reward. Then he goes into the survey that we did a couple of weeks ago. We had a survey, all of us we did. First of all, number one, the survey tool. The survey tool is a tool that was developed by our team of Dream Team engineers that are working for him. They took 3 days and built that. My brother Collins is going to get into more details of that. And then he tells us again another conversation by Julie here, who was trying to figure out how to bring everything in the various channels to that webinar. I had a conversation with Mr. Ash, goes to the team, they tell him to hold on, he comes back, they come back later with a rotator service. That's the kind of thing we have. So my brother Collins is going to talk on those technical details. But Ash Mufareh, he tells us that this survey was a survey of our engagement with him. Remember, we have been, you know, it was last year in June of around June 24th of 2024 that the system came to a screeching halt. So not much had been happening. The work is so Ash Mufareh wants to find out how engaged we are, and on be blown away because 90% of that survey, number one, agreed that we said that we are with him. Number two, we want a new. We all overwhelmingly agreed that we need a new direction. So we need a new car. We need a new vehicle to go take us to where we are going to. And three, we all 90% of the respondents said, whatever time it takes, Mr. Ash, you get time, your team. And then the data behind. This is the critical part. Not only the survey that we did, the data behind that we were able to, the level of engagement, people were able to come to that multiple times, millions of times, he says, and click, and they were engaged with that detail. So there's a lot of in this endeavor. The tool the team has developed might be something else in the future. No, our founder now tells us a point. He says, we are now standing at the edge of new. We have looked at everything that we did wrong and everything we did right, and now we are going with clarity in the direction. We have built a new venture, as says. And all our focus is on the target. Behind this, there have been massive work going on and on and on. No matter what it takes, or no matter what you think, even if you don't see or hear from Ash Mufareh, work has been going on behind the scenes consistently. And that's what he's telling us here. You know, so from the lessons learned, we are going to move forward differently. You know, there's not going to be any help. He's not going to tease. He's going to only come out when everything is ready and tested. That's what Ash Mufareh tells us. The rollout this time is going to be strategic. You start small, it says like an arrow. You start small, then you stabilize, and then you scale. You start small, and then you expand. So you say you deploy, you stabilize, and then you scale. So he's not going to do any hype of anything, any teasing of anything. He's going to do it the right way. You know, Mr. Ash appreciates us. He appreciates us a lot. He thanks us for being there, for waiting, and he says that we deserve results. We all deserve results, and he's going to make that happen for us. He comes to us again with a plea to all of us. He says, I wrote this down here. He says, stay strong, be patient, and have confidence. And he pledged to us. His plea is for us to stay strong, be patient, and have confidence. His pledge to us is that he's going to fight for us. He's going to continue the journey all the way. In other words, ASH MUfreh is telling us to stay focused because we are fine. And then Mr. Ash ends with the breaking news. He started the meeting with the case about the SEC. At the end of the day, it looks like while we were in the meeting, there was some breaking news. So at the end of the meeting, Mr. Ash tells us the SEC case is closed, has been resolved. This means two things to me when I looked at it. Number one, the case or the claim against ASH MUfreh and Onpassive has been resolved. Number two, the claim against ASH MUfreh has been dismissed. This is very significant. I think all of us should applaud for this. This is very significant because as a man, having a wife who loves you that much and see her in this predicament, it was really, really painful to me personally. So when I saw this claim against ASH MUfreh dismissed, I was very pleased. I was very elated. So our father, Mr. Ash, is going to move forward. He's going to move forward judiciously with his team of lawyers, capable lawyers who are going to guide him through. So let us all relax. He has told us, he has pleaded with us to stay strong, be patient, and have confidence that he, ASH MUfreh, he's not going to leave the fight. He's going to keep the fight for us. He's going to keep fighting for us. That it's our turn to just relax. There's a new dawn. There's a new day. There are better days ahead, guys. So I'm going to leave it there. My brother Alice is going to come and talk some more technical stuff. Thank you. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Wow. Thank you so much, Uncle Bob. I really appreciate you taking time to do this because this is just why we are here. You know, there are so many people when they hear it the first time, they're like, I don't really get it. But then when we go back on it and then you explain it in simple layman's terms, I think it digests and it covers a few more people. So thank you, and Collins, over to you, please.
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Just want to greet all the panelists here. Brother Bob, thank you for really breaking down, everything the way it is. Yeah, that's since Ash came out, honestly, I'll tell you, I've never slept because I'm just thinking every day about those products and it's just killing me. But just to touch a few, I know it will really trigger Bob again and everyone everyone on the panel. Ash talked about, and when I look at this company now, it is really strategically structured than never before. Now I feel I'm in a company, a real company. Most of us have worked in corporate world, we know how they operate. And this is how I'm feeling it. Maybe a lot of people don't see it, but I feel like I'm really in an organized company leading by Mr. ASH MUfreh. After the webinar, I was just thinking about Ash. I said, what kind of a man I've seen in ASH MUfreh? A man, like Bob said, who will never give up. A man who is ready to take full responsibility of his action, of any action, whether caused by the founders like myself or whoever. He wants to take it upon himself not with shame, but with humility. He is not taking it with shame. So never you, because normally taking responsibility means you are a great man. I accept the blame. I'm a leader, I accept the blame. With humility, but not with shame. And he said he has learned so much, adapt to deliver something better. You know, you learn, you know, you adapt, and you say this will never happen again under my watch. That is a man, a kind of leader in every corporate world. They take full responsibility of everything, and then they adapt. They say, now we are moving on. That is Mr. ASH MUfreh. So I was thinking when Bob was saying, and even within what happened in corporate webinar, I was looking overall the mission and vision of Mr. ASH MUfreh. What is his vision? That's a lot of things people don't know. Why is Mr. ASH MUfreh dying for this, something like this? It is his dream. It is his mission. And it's his vision. What is the vision? A lot of founders, they will tell you they don't know because they have different mindset. The vision is to create something sophisticated, a platform, a digital platform. Call it the way you want. I will call it an AI software development company that builds software, real software. We have been using it every day. Sometimes people believe like they are not using anything. Now we are interacting with machine, whether you like it or not. You are interacting with computer every day. It can be your phone, the apps on your phone. It can be something else. No matter what, take it out. Honestly, our life will be useless. We've seen it so many times. You take your phone out of you, your life is useless. Mr. ASH MUfreh is building something like this. This is his vision. And what is the mission? It's about humanity. The vision is the vehicle, which is the software solution. And the mission is about you coming in, participate, use it to bless humanity. Because whatever you want to do, sometimes we think only about financial gain. I said, no, it's not only financial gain. The value that you get from the software is already a gain. We are here sitting using Zoom. Is that not value? We are getting some value, but we are paying for the value because without that, they will cut it off from us. What if ASH brings something like this and people can participate, use it for their meetings, can be NGOs, can be medium size, large size, again. That's it, they will use it. So he is building a platform where the platform will bridge the gap between the poor, the have and don't have. The large company, they also want cheap software. They want software that is highly sophisticated, but the price point is something that they can afford. Most companies go for affordability. Yes, you have it, but how much is the price? They will jump in because price will be something that ASH always thinks about. So now it's bridging those two gaps. But let's look at those two solutions. We talk about 4 days. That's what was that triggered my head. They build the survey platform within 4 days. ASH was asking, do we have something? Can we go and check out there if there is something that we can use to do this? They said, don't worry, boss, we'll come back to you. The next day, after 4 hours, they brought it, bam, come and have a look. And it was 100% done. Tested, not a joke, tested. Because this is something that when I said 4 hours, I know they cannot build software for 4 hours. So where are these guys coming from? Can take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week. But when you are telling me they build this for 4 hours, I was shocked because I know how technology is being developed. I know how the code, how I know the number of testing, I know database, I know the architecture behind. So to get something like this is crazy for 4 hours. And ASH didn't say only that. He said now they have analytic tool that can have real-time analysis of your geolocation, heat map. It's not a joke. And I was just like, what is happening here? Then after that, we moved to what? We moved to that rotator. I don't know thing like it's a joke. That's an engine that connects services. We're talking about YouTubes and stuff that can take unlimited. Within hours, these guys, they were able to develop this and push it out. ASH talk about complexity to simplicity so that it can benefit everybody. That is the complexity we are talking about. When ASH If Ash come out and tell me I can build this for 3 days, this guy, I'll tell you, no, go and do it first, tell me. Because I've never seen it. Because the level of testing is crazy. Sometimes I used to talk to Oliver, Bob, Comfort here. I used to show them the level of testing that will go through an application before it comes out. It is not a joke. And these guys, they were able to deliver within hours. Even Ash himself was confused. Are you sure you've tested this well? Are you sure? They said, go and do it. Just tell us what you think. And they were able to use it. The one thing I checked was performance. How would this system operate when it comes to real life? They put it out there. How many of us did that survey? I know hundreds and hundreds of thousands did the survey. Did we ever think about the software collapsing, crashing? Because that's one of the craziest things. Performance testing. We did we test that particular application live, and the application didn't crash. What about the rotator? We're talking about 100,000 coming in, and the rotator is distributing all of us to all the YouTube channels. What if something happened, the unknowns, like what always about the unknowns, and the rotator crash and we are offline? Julie will be sweating. That is the power of technology and the level of knowledge these guys, the people working with Ash, has. And I was just like amazed to see it in front of me. That was crazy. I look at the price of each of those technology, the software, the platform. Those who say, Ash have not built anything. Maybe you are living in a dreamland. The price, market share of Rotator now in the market is 1.2 billion US dollars. Go and check it. I'm not making it up. It's there. Go to Google. In 2026, it will be 2.5 billion US dollars market cap. That's Rotator. Survey platform, companies that are dying for it, is 6 billion US dollars market cap. And I said, I will give it for free. We click pay. Click paid, you have to pay for it. Some company they will tell you this is an add-on. We'll give you the rotator, they will give you the click, you have to pay for it. I said I'll give everything for free. Just to tell you the type of heart this man has. To say, I'm here to help humanity. The things that you think is complex, I will make it as simple as possible for everybody to access it, and I'll give it for free. So I'll leave it there, Comfort. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, is the only thing we can say. So I was just wondering, Julie, before I come back, please check and reply to my WhatsApp message. So Andy, listening to this, I'll come back to you first because you're the figures guy. What you do, what does this mean, like to your own industry, either marketing or sales? You have something like a rotator and maybe the testing thing, the survey tool given out for free. What would this mean to a business?
I think it's the use of that and how it will boost the business that will make the difference. So, you know, when you have a system similar to what we have with what we call affiliates, if you have a rotator system and you've got 1 million affiliates, you need to make sure it gets round everybody. And that's exactly what he's been able to achieve, or his tech team's been able to achieve, which is absolutely phenomenal because no one misses out. Everyone wins. I want to take you back a little bit because we did a survey recently, and Ash was amazed at the numbers of people that answered that survey, that gave him an idea of, you know, what their thought process was. But I want to cover this again with the figure side of things, because let's face it, we saw 100,000 have answered that survey. Some of us have multiple accounts. Now, if I've answered the survey once, why would I go and do it another 20 or 30 times? So actually, realistically, you've got 100,000 answers to that survey, but you've probably got 300,000 or 400,000 answers from the original early birds. That's huge. That's massive. Now, I'm not going to harp on about the past because I don't think that's worth doing. What I will say is that I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And I'm not particularly religious, but I do believe that there is something out there that says, hold on a second, this is going in the wrong direction. We need to put it in the right direction. And let's get rid of the underlying issues that have been created. And that's exactly what's happened. You know, if you lose your job sometimes, you think, oh my God, my world has collapsed. But actually, really, what in my case, what actually happened was you get to the next level because you move further forward. And at the time, your whole world's collapsed. But realistically, in a very few months ahead, everything's changed for the better. And that's exactly what's happened here. Everything has changed for the better. We understand, he understands who he can, who he can't trust. And trust for me is a massive, massive issue. But I also want to cover, who would you follow? Now, most people follow anybody that says something online. You go, oh yeah, that sounds really good. No. Be very wise here as to who you follow. Follow somebody who's done it, been there, seen it, bought the t-shirt, knows exactly what he's doing. And I'll give you the reason why I am so strongly behind this man. We have had all of this rubbish in the past that's gone on, and yet he has created a team with them fully aware of what's going on, and they still wish to come and work with him. That to me is extremely special. And if you can't see that, then you have a problem. But my point being is, you need to choose who you follow, and I will follow this man because he is there to help everybody. And all of his current tech team know exactly what his dream is, and he's following that dream no matter what. 99.9% of people would have given up years ago. Bearing in mind this has been going on for nearly 8 or 9 years, right? Most people would have given up. No, not in this particular instance. This guy will not give up. Now, he's a leader that I would follow. So I hope that helps. Comfort, back to you.
And it doesn't help. It kind of penetrated deep down. That was just a powerful presentation right there. Thank you so much. I don't just want to comment on it because people need to speak. So Vincent, you've listened to Bob make a snapshot of the entire session. Collins has come from the technical perspective. Andy has just chipped in something really wonderful. What do you think? Do you want to go back to Ash's presentation and bring what touched you specifically, or do you want to add? It's all yours. Welcome.
Thank you, Sister Comfort, and then happy Sunday to everyone, those who are here on this platform and those who are watching us from the different locations. So today, thank you, Brother Bob, Collins, Oliver, and Brother Andy for this wonderful presentation. So I know you said all, but I'll find at least 5 minutes to say something also to add to what you said. So something like Sister Comfort said, something that Mr. Ash said, and then also touched my heart also. He said, I have only one goal, and it's to protect you and the security of our platform. So I know he said it, but maybe we didn't put it, maybe, but when he meant that he want to protect us, so he's going to protect us for what he's doing. So we'll be protected. Being this platform, we are protected. And then he's also mentioned the security of the platform that is going to create. Because when we talk about security of the platform, it's a platform that is built, the platform is secure, so no one can easily go into the platform, because that platform, we have a confidentiality there that is not all the information that will be revealed outside world. And also the integrity of the system. So the way that is going to build this, the integrity of the system, No one also can go there and mess up with the system. Those only who have a permission can access the system. And then the system should be also available to those who should have permission or those who have the authority to get into. So this is something when you're talking security is talking about. And then when we go to the technical side, because I know Colin mentioned also the performance, because when we build the application on system, the performance also is very important part of the system, because like where we are now, if we have a bad performance, what we are doing cannot work, because we will see that we have a problem of understanding each other and then connection issues. So when we go to website and then you go to the website and then it's slow, sometimes when you click, things are not working as your way is expecting. This is when it comes to performance issues. So by the numbers of people that are connected at the same day, same time, you see that it's still even good, and then we are working fine. So this is where the performance come to play. But this, we didn't find that everything was perfectly working. So this is where we talk about performance issues. When we talk also redundancy, so that when the system also that it work perfectly for all the users, when you click the information that you are expecting to get, instantly you get the information. So this also is good also when you talk about redundancy. And then we talk also about scalability. So these are terms that also we use it when, well, like medium, small, or maybe large people can use it at the same time. So you can scale up or down, so the system is still working. So this is a term that Mr. Ash has been working on it, and then is working fine. And then that's why he mentioned this part of the meeting, that is there to protect us, and then the protection of our platform. So this is basically the protection of the system. So the protection, we should not worry for anything. He has done it, and then you do it. So he said, we'll do it or die. So this is what I'll keep in a bit. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much, Brother Vincent. And of course, I just want to use again this opportunity to say thank you to Julie, because of her services today, we're able to stream live to a few channels, and this makes everybody following live and be interactive. So if you are watching in any of the YouTube channels, please drop your perspective about the whole meeting, and if not, why not subscribe and click on the bell, because we mean business. We have to do this until the CEO is ready, and why not beyond. So Sister Julie, if you don't mind, maybe you unmute yourself, say something before I go back to the gentleman. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort, for allowing me to do this. And I wanted to say thank you so much for the Heroes leadership team for continue to run this meeting in the past years. You are the true leaders of the people that follow you. So I wanted to express my appreciation for your leadership and for your love of the company, of the love of Mr. Mufareh. Today, I wanted to say something about what it was going on. How I see in the live meeting that we had the other day, the message that Mr. Mufareh is sharing is, no matter how tough it is, no matter how tough of the storm it is, our founder, Mr. ASH MUfreh, core mission has never changed. But the core mission has now, it's so much stronger, 10 times, hundreds, thousand times, millions times. Not only that, it is stronger, it's better, it's infinity, right? And then the core missions that he wants to deliver to the world has transformed into something that nobody has and will have in the world. That's my belief. His focus to deliver these core values, he uses the analogy like the airplane that wanted to soar up in the sky. And then he also used the analogy of the boat, the oval shaped nose at the boat just penetrate through the water. I believe when it is time, our business ready to penetrate the market, like Mr. Mufareh says, using the analogy of the plane or the boat, it will go through, it will pierce through the market, then it will take some time to make some adjustment, the team, and then it will be time where it's stabilized, and then there will be times that has more to come on, and that's my belief. So everyone stay focused. We stay focused, and let's stay focused on the prize. And the prize is what? The prize is the dream of every single human being in this world. So no hype, just the truth. So let's be exciting about the truth. And that's my message, Sister Comfort. Thank you so much for
Sure.
allowing me to have a few words.
Thank you. Thanks so much for coming. And of course, focus remains the watchword. Thank you again. So, Brother Oliver, you were there and you've been here today. Whatever you want to say, the mic is yours right now. Welcome, bro.
Yes. Thank you, Julie, for being here today with us and to be our engineer. And look, guys, the global update number one, in fact, makes me, I am in and fire up. I am in, I am fire up. I've been fired up all through for the past 6 years today with this company, and my belief with Mr. Ash's mission and vision and the dream. But what really makes me, I look at the structure that the global update one started, that the kickoff on that Thursday, 1 p.m. US EDT time. That structure, it was less than 2 hours. He talked, questions, bam, bam. It was like I'm in the office where I work, my job. I see myself at my job. This makes me to understand now that where we are going now, there's no child's play. And when he talks about the system, they will stabilize and scale, and we'll get into the market, we'll start small, expand, stabilize, and go ahead. That also makes me to know that now the game is on. And towards the end, when he makes that announcement, I was like, game over. He also promised us, he talked about the long lasting and legacy. And he said we should be strong. And he also said what has united us is our dream, our big, bold dream, and about the beliefs that all of us. When you look at the numbers that in fact, when I went to the YouTube channels, I was calculating those numbers, there were above 100,000 people. That makes me to understand that where we are, Mr. Ash is doing a good job. Guys, he promised us results and action. Results and action. It's very rare to see a CEO as confident. And what makes me also really look at him, he took all the blame. The boss stopped with me. The boss stopped here, but I am sorry. Now you guys deserve results. Now is action time. This is the man who called Mr. ASH MUfreh, that he took all the bullets, spent his money, spent his time, family time, took all the risk. We should all fall behind him. And he said the future is now clear, and we are now moving to our destination. We are now moving to our destination. He said it with authority. Affirm. We are fine. Let me go to the two products. These are products that we do survey at my job quarterly. This is a product that I don't know, like Colin said, it's magic that in less than 3 hours they came up with an engine of that rotator. And guess what, guys? On that Thursday we were using it. On that Thursday we were using it. This is amazing with an analytic tool. Colin touched on it. Colin really expand on it. Not only that, that survey application also came out and we use it. Guys, this is the first two products in the next phase that we've used, and they adjust the engine. Not even it's not fully developed. Like Colin said, he was trying to see if the system is going to crash. I was looking at the security part of it, because every data that comes to the web, if it's not secure, they can hack. They can, which therefore means this guy they did what we call total testing in all the phases, all the levels, and the system did not blink. The system was looking at us like that, and we were using it. People were locking in and out, in and out. Guys, what do you think about the products that will be coming up? We don't know when, and when we'll move into the next phase. What do you guys think? The products that are lined up there, they will be coming out for us to use and to the market. Those engineers, kudos, guys, kudos, man. Being
Indeed.
an IT guy also, with these two products, I'll give you people 3,000% good, and my support, all my support. In fact, now I can say, guys, good job. We should be focused. Our eyes should be on the dream. We should not be distracted. Mr. Ash is the power. Mr. Ash is the direction. Mr. Ash is the destination. He said that there is no cap. We should focus on him. Now is not the time for us to be distracted. Now is the time we are OES. The global update, maybe 2 will be coming out. We don't know, but we know something will be coming out. And everything that will be coming out, on my own impression, the way I look at it, is good news, good news, good news, good news, good news. Guys, thank you very much. Focus, be solid. What is coming, it is going to be secured, and we are fine. Thank you.
Indeed, indeed, we are fine. Focus remains the watchword. So thank you, Brother Oliver, for the great delivery as usual. And so I'll head down south if I'm good at reading the directions, and see if my dear sister Sherry Deswe has something to chip in. Welcome, sis.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. And I'm with Julie on you guys running this show for a long time. So we can see where your heart is. That's for sure. But my thoughts on the meeting was like mind-blowing, which it always is. Ash always gives us surprises. I call them blessings. He always likes to leave surprises. Wouldn't you agree? He always does that. Leaves us with some kind of big surprise, mind-boggling thing. And I love that you guys have the tech team here, because they broke it down. So, because I'm not a techie person, so I wouldn't know that, but I just kind of know a little bit because of being in this company. But to know that team created that fast, and to know that the team is standing by Ash, and what the dream is for Ash's dream to be filled so that other people's dreams could be filled. I'm just ecstatic, because I had no whoops about it. Can you imagine everything he's been through, but yet still working on moving forward, which he said he was going to do? So I couldn't imagine that pressure, if everything, moving forward and focused. So he is definitely focused, like the bow and arrow, staying focused. And like he said, we're we're doubling down. I always believed he doubled down before, so I think this is like a quadruple double down, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just blessed to be here, and I'm excited to see. I get chills just thinking of how the new platforms, the other platforms are going to be to help so many people, to make it easier. That's what I've always been about. Easy. If it ain't, I'm like Ash always used to say, if it ain't easy enough for his grandma to use, then he ain't gonna have it. And he's made everything simple. The survey thing was like so simple. Like I say it on my lives before, because sometimes surveys can be complicated or not easy. In fact, a lot of times, even when you pay your bill on the phone, they want you to take a survey afterwards, and it's like complicated. So to have that alone in itself, but then when he came with the rotator thing, I wasn't expecting that. So there you go, blown away again by the amazing, loyal dream team. And where did all this come from? Whatever you believe in, I believe in the higher power. It's all about that. And he even said, without God, I think, where was it? I highlighted it here. We're powerless without God. So whatever your power, whatever you believe in, we are powerless without that. This is all in God's timing. It's all in God's doing, like brought him the right people who were geniuses. The brain always enthusiastes me. I have it on my dream board here. But the genius behind those people, the dream team who created these things, are, like he said, technology is light years ahead. So we already know we're 5 years ahead of the game when it comes to that. So kudos to the dream teams, kudos to ASH MUfreh's lovely wife and families, and kudos to everybody out there who is sharing his destination, who is sharing his movement to help our world be more loving, peaceful, and equal. I love you guys. That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sis, for coming, and of course for adding your voice. And of course, it looks so well so far. There are so many great encouraging comments. If we have time at the end, I can give a few shout outs to get our people know that we are together. But then let's finish with the people in the studio first. So Peter Rogers, if you don't mind, maybe you'd want to say something. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. What a fantastic webinar. I want to sort of go on the outside of obviously what was said in the webinar. We all know what was said. It's been repeated here many times. I just want to sort of say how I felt about the webinar. I thought it was absolutely fantastic the way it was run. I think it was very well professionally run. Kudos to Judy and her team who obviously helped put that together. And I think it was just, you know, the way this business is going to go forward. But I just want to say about people contacting me about the webinar and telling me what they thought. And it's been so positive. It's been absolutely so positive. People, you know, really excited about what they heard and what they've seen. And all I want to say really is for, you know, if you're excited about what you've seen, go out and share what you've seen. Be positive about what you've seen and share it. This is what Ash wants. He wants people to go out and share it and be positive about obviously what's coming and what's going to be happening. I mean, I'm just over the moon of being obviously part of it. You know, I think, as I said, going back to the webinar itself, updates and the State of the Union, I think it was very well put, as I said, very well put together. And I really can't sort of add any more to what has been already said here today. So I'll just pass it back to Comfort and just say a few words at the end.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks, Peter Rogers. And of course, let's hear from our dear sister Ivy. Sis, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. I greet everybody, and I just want to strengthen our commitment and our choice to be in such a great company. At times you forget. So my words today from the meeting that we had with Ash, I was so proud. And just like Peter just said, everybody is positive. So now is a redefining of the commitments that you had made. Our great technical staff here has told us what is in it for us, what was said, what it meant. So what are you saying? What you're saying is what is going to move you and everybody forward. We're saying we love him, we love what he's saying, and then we step into the change. The change that we have is so marked. From the beginning, we have seen the structure has changed. A lot of things are going to change. Step into the change fast. There's no need to question it. Step into it. You would understand it on the way. When the rotator things were moving, did you understand it? We didn't even know what it meant. We didn't even know that word. But what did we do? You just step into it and move. So at this time, it's not time to, just like the Red Sea, it's not time to look back. It's to step in and move forward and move with commitment and move with faith. Somebody who has shown us everything, told us everything, put his whole family at risk. What more do we need? So the empowerment that I got from us just watching him and all these things that have been said are the same things that I said, but I told myself, I said anything that he says, wherever he's going, we are going. When every time, just go to the OES, when they are lives, just watch. That is my commitment for this season. My commitment is to stay engaged and be involved. Thank you very much.
I think I like your commitment, and I think everybody sitting here right now is in the same on the same page with you on that, hopefully, because I think that's my commitment as well. Thank you so much, Sis, for bringing that out. So we have our other family members, but they are not on camera. So I would like to go back to Uncle Bob again, because I know you made a general contribution and so many things have been said that must have been tickling you somehow. So if you want to laugh now, give you the microphone. Go ahead.
Absolutely, Sister Comfort. Thank you. Let's see. In my previous discussion, we talked about the SEC case, yes, and our founder, Mr. Ash, also in his discussion, he said he was going to have a special day sometime in the future where he would come out and talk about it. But this is my plea to our founder, Mr. Ash. If he's listening, I don't think it's necessary. Let us focus forward, Mr. Ash. You don't need to waste your time on it to come out and start explaining and talking about this stuff. It's behind us. The case, the claim against you and Onpassive has been resolved. The claim against Asmahan, your lovely wife, was dismissed. That's it. Let's focus forward. If I were advising our partner, that's what I would do. Let's leave it behind us and move forward. Oliver talked about the products. Collins also talked about the products, the time that it took. These guys, they have figured it out. These guys are masters, they are experts. They have a template, guys. They can do anything. Mr. Ash, right now, is what ASH MUfreh is coming out with. The world is going to be spellbound. This man is going to be able to produce anything at a fly because they have a template and push it out into the market if he chooses to. Remember, ASH MUfreh had once said, anything that is needed will make it. It's necessary. He's not going to do junk stuff, no, but anything that is necessary will make it. Will make it better and cheaper because they have a template. They know how to do it, and he's got just the right team, just the right dream team. What we call the innovators dream team. That's what Mr. Ash has, and then he has his lawyers at the right hand. He has a team. He has his family behind him, and he has us. Amazing. We are going places, and very shortly, I believe, very shortly, the world is going to find out about ASH MUfreh. Very shortly. The impact of ASH MUfreh is going to be humongous. The impact of ASH MUfreh. He's a one man who's going to have the most on earth, from Africa to Europe to Australia to all the continents around the world. But the magnitude of the impact that this man is going to bring, So I think we should just stay focused, like everybody has said. Ash got it. He got it. The SEC thing was like an albatross around all of us. Our next is now behind us. Let's forget about it. Let's move on. It's done. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. I think there's so much relief around the SCC, but like you say, I'm on the side that I know that our CEO is a wise person. Whatever his heart ministers to him to do about that, I think is just a bit that he thinks he can tell us. So whatever he chooses to do, we just appreciate him. And the important is the fact that we are ready to go another mile with him. Thank you. Brother Oliver, you want to say something?
Yes, there's also one very, very important statement that he made. Behind the scenes, things are happening. We should not just sit and think that he's there, and the guys are sleeping. No, things are happening behind the scenes. And when they are ready, we will be the first people. He promised us that. This is somebody that his words going to shake the world. Again, he said, everything that he promised, and we will be ready to go. Everything that will produce will be tested, and it will be ready to go. It pleases me with all this statement is that he took a kind of audacity way that that this is somebody talking, taking that authority. Global update. Guys, watch out. What is coming? We will roll out. We'll start by small, we'll expand. Small, we'll expand. Guys, be ready. Be ready, guys. Be ready. Because what is coming? Be ready. Term and long-term goals. Thank you.
Right. Okay, thank you so much. So, guys, we've been going on. It's just barely an hour. We made it a part of duty to keep it short time so that we encourage our people to come back again next time. This is a very broad, there's so much to discuss. So let's carry on through the whole week. So if anytime you want to talk, Auntie Burks is there at least one time a week. You have Redfern, you have myself, you have Julie, you have Marcienne Voyager avec nous, if you understand only French. So let's keep this going, and each time you see any of these people online, or if you want to join and share your thought, we all are open to us. This is good news for us all, and we know what it means sharing and saying how you feel about the progress so far. So we appreciate you all for coming. We thank you so much for I hope this goes a long way, guys. Share these videos and make sure that everybody gets informed. Wake some people up who have gone to sleep and they've slept a bit too long. If they want to, you don't have to force or convince people to be part of this movement. Thank you, and see you again same time next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you. I do like the topic, and I apologize if I just missed you, and I thought we will touch base. If you recall, the other night, Dan Street on Roblin, 2 nights ago, he mentioned all his career he was interacting with people directly, physically, and now, obviously, after he retired, after many years, he sees people just like icons, small images on the computer. And of course, it has a different effect. It still gives him the need or the thirst to have actual interaction with people. So this is where Onpassive pays attention to those details. How could you, you cannot avoid technology. This is a part of life. It's not 1991 anymore, okay? This exists, but how can we humanize it? How could we make it more interactional? How can we make it more live and unboring? That's what we strive to do. In fact, for that reason, ironically, and believe it or not, we just rushed into finishing a tech meeting. Mr. Nazdal was supposed to come here because he said tell the three of you, he didn't know Andy would be here. I'm sure he would thank you too, to say thank you, all of you for everything you're doing to help our YouTube algorithm and spreading the word about the contest and all of that. And I told him, come on. I didn't know if he's going to follow me or not. I forwarded the link to him, but if he doesn't show up, he tells you thank you. So I did my job. You tell him so I can keep my job. And you know, basically we covered one of the things about OConnect. The part that you already know and see is already more interesting, entertaining, and live, and you know, unboring than everything else on the market. Now, more we're adding. Remember, we're going to have like once a week update, upgrade, okay, permanently. So within the next 2 weeks or so, you're going to even have some more interesting things. Obviously, on the live paid copy, because we're not adding, as you know now, we froze what we have, but now going to the paid OConnect, you're just going to start seeing the progression as we go. The main discussion is to how the word crazy is being used in Onpassive meetings quite often, and it's in bold and caps, like crazy ideas, crazy innovation, and we love it. We love to make, you know, some interesting technology, not just the usual. You can get this done anyway, but for example, like we were with one of the vendors in Europe in the morning, and they use Zoom. To be honest with you, okay, they were using screen share, and we thought that was really poor quality. I could tell the difference because now we're using OConnect. I said, can we please next time use OConnect, because it's really not that attractive when they share a screen. It's not that good of a quality. So yeah, we definitely will impress you. That's no doubt about. Like within the entertaining aspect, more humanized. To the point, I'm going to add this because it's 360 and we can say things we don't say anywhere. To the point where, you know, some boring meetings or presentations that happens, not this one, okay, but in general, there are some boring meetings, like you're there, okay. So we created, okay, well, it's not done, but there is something that is coming in the display. When it's boring, it will break the ice in a way and make it more interesting, even if the presentation itself is boring. Speaking of the a music background, speaking of the resound, speaking of all of that, that is done. But now something more about the display. So what's happening? So it's going to captivate the attendee in a way, even if the content is horrible, but you're amused by the display, the outlook of the application. And I promise you, there's not going to be one boring session with Onpassive. So to all of you horrible speakers and attendees, I'm sorry, presenters and coaches, we got a place to fix you. Come here. You're going to be okay. But it has to be with heart. If you don't do it with heart, it's not going to be done. If you're money driven, it's just going to be cut dry and another transactional application. However, resound, you will be able to add your own resound. We've added more, okay? So they're more exciting now. We have more selections. The problem is you're going to be hooked. It's going to be addictive. By the time you play with it, like half an hour is gone. So there's not going to be a 30 minutes connect, but the good news is unlimited. And then background, you can upload your own. No problem, okay? You can make your sound and add it, presentation, all of that. So you have more options now, and they are there already, and you can add your own. It can't get any better. So you can add, like record. Hey, okay, for example, you want to do that? Captain Chris Johnson is here. You can do that, okay? And all you do is just click buttons and have fun. Let the machine work for you. Yeah, save your voice for the good stuff. Giddy up, Susie, or, so everybody will be able. How are we doing? Yeah. Hey, Jane. I mean, I'm trying. I mean, Chris. So that would be interesting. So what was the topic about today? I mean, I just want to catch up with you because to be honest with you, we have so much in our plate, and I kind of sneaked in here between meetings. There's another one coming now, different topic, but overall, I want to ask a question. If you don't have a question for me, and you can ask any question. Are you ready for an exciting ride? Because for a while, people are in such an anticipation and some anxiety mode. And we said it's a done deal, and we worked hard not to have to repair. I heard you talking about repairing. We worked so hard not to get to the repairing mode. Now, there's a difference between the past couple of years, beta testing and all of that is on us. We're paying. We don't complain because we're building organic technologies from scratch. But now it's a different game. Not necessarily the people here on the screen, but the general public is not going to give you mercy when it's a paid product, or when they adapt our technologies as a part of their daily activities or routine, whether in business or personal. So if somebody has an O-Connect meeting, school, or business or interview or something, the last thing is we want to break or drop down or fluctuate in the quality or the security or anything. We cannot take a chance. I'm going to remind you, Onpassive, exactly like NASA, failure is not an option. You cannot send people to space and say, let's see what happens, and we'll find a way to bring them back. We'll think about it. No, you have to really meticulously perfect the plan and the testing to see it all the way through, and the return safely. So this is exactly how we see. So the question to you, so we've done our part, we brought it to the point now, we're about to give it to you. paid. It's a big transition between free. Free is on us. It's the same work. It's all of that. But when it's paid, now you become entitled. Okay, you have that entitlement as a customer, as a user of our technology. I'm paying for this. I expect this 365 days, or as long as you're paying for it, you expect a perfect 100% uptime, running, functional, stable product. And we cannot take a chance with that, especially the first, product. So yeah, we will make a big splash with the first few products, especially with OConnect, being there's nothing you can compare it to. There's nothing. The quality, I'm telling you, it just got up. So the paid is gonna get better. The display, the features, the entertainment, all of that, it just gets better. And every week you go, there's something more, there's something more. But the price is not gonna go up in terms like you pay for it, that's it. But we are gonna, there's a whole team is gonna work on the advancement as we go. But I'm not sure if the market is ready. Are they expected now? Because they might think, well, we can go another month. They, I don't blame them if they think that way, but they're not going to go another month without paying now. We've given it to them for well over 3 months now. Okay. And, we want to open shop. We've given so much, to the market, to the vendors, to the staff, etc. Now, I think it's fair for us to expect something in return as a company, and for those who really help to build this business and have a good exposure for it. My question: how ready are you? Or do you think some people will like now, oh, okay, take your time, they're just gonna hide, okay. It's not gonna break the bank, it's reasonable.
I think there's certainly going to be people who are going to be nervous about it, Ash, because we've been in this journey for such a long time that actually switching over to the next phase, which is what you're talking about, I think it's going to be a bit of a surreal experience for many people, and one that's a bit like waiting for a baby to be born. You're expecting what's going to happen, but until it actually happens, then you actually don't know how you're going to react. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to react in a lot of different ways, but certainly excitement is going to be there, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Okay, but it is real, it is happening, and we've taken a very long free ride. I mean, it's fair for us to turn it into a real business. The four of you now, if you want to begin alphabetically with Andy, do you like to open a topic or a question? Like, what's something take advantage? What do you think? You interact with founding members and users, something we can touch upon.
Hi Ash. I'm intrigued about OTracker, and I'm trying to learn more. Obviously, hopefully, when we have our own website sorted, we can link that then to OTracker. But I've got several friends and colleagues that have OTracker, and they're working their way through it. Now, obviously, there's a guide to help them, and my understanding was that what Mohammed Nazal has been able to do is to take all of the features from all of the other products out there and combine everything under one, and then add some more. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So
here's the thing we discussed today. Ironically, today also. It's going to be integrated with having your domain purchased from Onpassive through ODomain. Then it becomes already, and you don't need to add on or to copy a plugin or something. So it is automatically integrated, the single sign-on factor, so everybody could have a use of it. So a couple of months until we have that, service available to the public. I don't have a time. I'm not implying anyway, but it's going to happen in the near future. But when that happens, okay, you book your domain. So a part of the integration, OTracker is already integrated with, andyburks.com, right? And the other factor, we asked for it to be integrated with OMail, and there might be OMail Pro, by the way. Okay, never said that. That's another product. But OMail and your domain name, the integration of OTracker, Andy, since you're interested, it will be you send out a broadcast, okay? You have a list of 1,000 people. You send a broadcast. You want to know what happened to your message to them, who opened it, who's engaged, who's really interactive with it, like who opened clicked the link, if you shared a link or a video, watched it, how long. So you want to get a forensic dissection analyst for your data or for your activities. That would be through OTracker. So that will be also integrated. So as an add-on to that. So in today's discussion, also previously earlier, we've talked about the integration of OTracker with OMail. It will happen. So
so is it with the
every free mail allow me, but there's no free mail allow you to track. It will be a paid bulk mail something, right? Yeah, but with OMail, you can actually track your message. It's incredible. You can see from what devices they opened it, where are they? If somebody tell you, I didn't see your message, you're lying. I got the data. I got the evidence. Okay, I know what time. I know your IP address. I know what device. No joke. It's a receipt. I got the receipt with me. So I'm sorry, Onpassive is like ruining the lying. Oh, we have 16 participants. Where are they?
That's phenomenal. Thanks.
We never know how they get on here. It's a secret, I think. But
so they just get the.
Yeah, we don't know how they get that link, but they.
You want to see some names you may recognize? Maybe the team.
How is Ash? Since I'm second in alphabetical order, how excited not only are you, because I can see it in your face, what about the team? How excited are they to actually show the world their work? They got to be going crazy right now.
Very, very good topic. Thank you, Chris, and I appreciate that. Well, truthfully, there's a mix of nervousness, and there's a mix of, accountability, responsibility, because everybody, they have their part. And in the meantime, there's the time factor. You cannot deny it. All of that there, but yes, you're absolutely right on. There is a general theme of pride of us being able to pull up this technology for the first time and all of that. There's not one conversation that someone would say this would be kind of disruptive, or this is outstanding or above or superior so and so, whether we're talking about OTracker, OConnect, or the other products that are not released, or OConnect, anything that we know what's coming, they know what's coming. So the attitude is so much pride with of course the pressures is there because out of responsibility, but yeah, they have this confidence and this pride within, like, oh yeah, we did it, and we did it the best. I don't mind saying that one of the things, for example, we didn't want to go too far in the paid product of OConnect without having the disruptive AI components. So now I'm not going to say exactly, but a few of them, are done. Now it takes time for them to evolve and mature. We know AI. We're going to start with basic AI, whether it's noise cancellation, And for the first time ever, you're going to have speech to speech, not on the recording, on live. We're talking English now. Somebody can have translation in Spanish in real time. In real time, there is a latency. We call it seconds. You're not gonna mind it. You don't understand, what they're talking anyway. So that is, so you select the gender, the accent, male, female, and you're hearing in your language. Remember the recap. So nothing we say is shelved. Okay, we go to work. So when we were able to transform those ambitions and beautiful ideas and all of that, and now we're just like testing, tweaking, perfecting, AIing them, I can create that term or verb. Lots of excitement, Chris. Lots of, I think the most, I can sum it up with pride. There's so much pride and confidence. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a great answer, Ash. Marty, it's your turn. I know you got a good one. Come on, brother.
Thanks, Chris. Buy a air pressure gauge, by the way. Yeah, Ash, the one I have is pretty close to what Chris said. With this this last 5 years for you, where you were, what you thought, what it developed into, what your thought would be. I would like to know how you feel today. Not where it's going to go. You know it's going unbelievable, but up to today. Looking back, and I can only, I have some idea of some of the bad you had, but all summarized, how do you feel today about this painting that has been painted with you and the great team that you have?
Beautiful. Fair question. And what time is Roblin live?
9 o'clock. No, yeah.
Okay. That's I can go on for that, but briefly, definitely, I can tell you this humbly. I go to work without any expectation. I just know I'm going to give it my all, do it or die. This is, I don't care about the results. The results came out much better very early on. They came out much better than I would have hoped for. I didn't hope for anything. I don't know. I just don't. I go to work. I know this is my mission. I'm going to do it. Whatever happens, I'm happy because I'm working on my purpose. And that was the first phase. So I gained confidence with that. Oh, wow. So it's better than like, oh, I wouldn't even expect that. So this is good. The reaction, the results. Then who came on like yourself from, the public, the globe, that teamed up with us, that gave it another booster. And that gave me more confidence. You can only achieve more. So now self-confidence, add to it more because who are you surrounded or who believed in your vision, it increased my certainty about what's possible. And then, especially the last year or so, I would say 2 years, the people who came on board on the team side, on the corporate side, that took it to the extreme where we have this thin line between the supreme confidence we have until we think we're arrogant, like, because we're that confident, there's nothing we will say no to it. Everything is possible. Any idea, any great service we could do for humanity, for the public, for the users, for the market, we will do it, no doubt about that. We will be the first company that would care about, let's say, the deaf community or any impaired community physically. So, for example, like who would ever bother to create technology for, let's say, sign language on a webinar application because they're not going to buy it. They're not, deaf people don't typically buy an audio, video, webinar, video conference platform. They don't buy that. So why bother? We will be the first company because we don't think about it, how many customers, if one will use it, we've done the service. So that is the distinguished thing, that as we go in time, today when I think about it, before I didn't have prediction, now I think there's absolutely no limit. There's no cap for how far we can go, and we're proud of what we do. We're not competing with anyone in any way. We don't down anyone. We would clap for them. There's so many services. I have nothing but respect for them. I will use them for as long as they're there or there's a need for them. I don't need to name a few, but there's several services. They're amazing. They're outstanding. They are who they are. So you may say, well, you're not going to be better than this. I mean, let's say people who say, how Onpassive is going to be better than Google or Microsoft? Well, we're not in the same game. They're playing, this is software development. They are doing, search engine and, now some additional application. What they're known for is, and we're not even touching that. So how could you compare? We have a different game and nobody in that game. It's AI with heart. Is caring about humanity. It's not just about making money. They're good at that. They have 1, 2, 3 services. That's fine. But what we created is definitely superior in terms of, for the first time, you feel, I can trust this company. I trust this product. I know it's not just to use me and suck my money and time or data, which is precious. It's here to serve me, to help me, to save me time, money, and to ease my life, to simplify my activities. So the confidence is what stands out for me. It just my confidence 5 years ago, my confidence today, I believe we're unstoppable. I mean, there's nothing can crush us now. Only God. I would always have to say that because I'm not going to be ignorant and say, nobody. God can stop it. Okay. But other than God, nobody can stop Onpassive. We're unstoppable. I can't even stop it myself. Just don't feel bad, okay? So if there's an idiot out there, they're thinking they're gonna, shut down Onpassive or other, I can't even stop it. Who are you to even try? So save your breath and time and go, bark in a different neighborhood.
Absolutely fantastic, Ash. So I'm last up then. How can you follow all that? It's amazing. I'd actually like to talk about the new website that came on Monday. Now, I've been harping on about this ever since Monday. I've noticed an amazing change in this new website. Mm-hmm. For me, the best website. And the reason it is because normal way of scrolling on a website or going is up and down. This is left to right. The visual behind it on the graphics has got a guy superimposed there in a video searching Onpassive products like he's in some sci-fi movie. Absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to give my thanks to the O Media team really for what they're producing now.
The marketing design team. Not O Media. This is
it's a market. Is it different? Oh, marketing design team. Well, what they are doing at the moment for me is absolutely head and shoulders above anything else that you will see out there. And if this is the quality of what we will be getting our hands on as far as our web pages and through the domain and all the rest of it, then it's just going to blow so many people's minds that they are going to have access to this quality. It really shows that we are in the marketplace as something that is far superior to everyone else. And I know that's what everyone is striving for.
So this is your favorite so far, Red?
For me, it is, yeah. And the reason that I liked it so much is because it made me stop and think, how do I scroll for a start? That was number one. It's because when it came up, I automatically, when I scroll, I use my up and down arrow on my keyboard. I went up and down, nothing happened. I was like, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And then I saw the slider and I thought, oh, well, this is different. And so you slide it across. And it just made me think, you know, everyone's going to be in that situation. But what it does do is it stops you automatically scrolling, if you get what I'm saying. You know, because you have to instantly think a little bit, it makes you take more notice. And when you're taking more notice of what's there on a page, guess what? You're reading it. You're actually becoming interested in what is there. And isn't that the whole idea of a web page, is for people to be able to read and get interactive and then make their own journey within a web page by clicking on something, it'll take you somewhere else. And then you end up going further and further down the rabbit's holes of what you're interested in trying to find out. I loved it. And for me, it's definitely the best one. So kudos to the marketing department.
Oh, thank you so much. And they are saying you're very welcome, Red and everyone. Enjoy it. One word. My favorite is the one that is coming up next Monday. This coming Monday, on the 17th. That's my favorite so far.
Looking forward to it.
And they're telling you, if you like this one, Monday's gonna drive you crazier. I'm
actually gonna have some side bets going on with them too, because they keep changing the registration and the login tab at the top, different way rounds. Sometimes, some weeks the registration tab's before the login, and other weeks the login is before the registration one. And it's one of my weekly games now to see which way round it is. So it's.
But this goes
cool.
in line with like how unique we are. Like we don't have to. You understand? Like we don't need to give like 4 or 5 websites a month, right? And every holiday, every occasion. Yeah. So this just goes. We don't calculate, you know, because you could just design one website a year. If you're, you know, you'll be fine. Like, okay, a year, just not one site for life. Okay. Most companies, one site for life. Right? And if you do it once a year, you're ahead of 90+% of all website designs. Do it weekly, nobody does that. No one does that. And if we go another level, which we could, okay, as we need with OCreate and the ODomain and all of that, it just mind-boggling. Like nobody even would consider having multiple websites a year. Needless to say, a month.
Thank you so much, Ash. Not only for
So
your
how
time
can you
here
compare?
on 360. You
Yeah,
can't.
of course. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Any more? You can have a second one, bonus, refill. One more question. Narelle is here.
Ash, I don't have a question. I want to let you know, a gentleman named Roy Davies. All right.
Yeah.
Good old guy. Good friend of mine.
He's in Florida. I know Roy Davies.
He called me the other day and he had come across some money and he wanted to donate some money to buy those guys all a coffee in Hyderabad. And I said, I'd let him know. I go, but I think Ash has got that. He's got it covered, but I think they'll appreciate. I'll let him know. Great time. But what he did do, he said, okay. I said,
I like cash, Roy.
Yeah. Well, what he did
is
he turned around and he donated $400 to the Seeds Academy for their graduation today, which I was blown away. I didn't expect him to do that. But just to let you know, to throw out there, I told him that I would tell you, Roy Davies wanted to buy the entire staff a coffee and a donut or whatever they can get. And I said, I think Ash has got this, but I will definitely.
Very nice. We do have unlimited beverages, yes, everywhere. Okay, so not just coffee, yeah. So not once, so unlimited. So some members they get their daily lunch at our expense, which is all you can eat. Is not just like one cut dish. So it's unlimited food for lunch and snack, and of course, you know, at least once a week they have desserts or pizza or whatever. But some people that work a little overtime, they also get a dinner and transportation, all of that pocket money. But to be clear, because I heard somebody was like thinking that we give them once or no, lunch is daily for the staff, hundreds of people in Hyderabad daily. They have lunch daily, and a good portion of them twice a day, lunch and dinner, depends on how long they stay. And all day long, unlimited beverages, coffee, tea, water, all of that. And if you're thinking about 5, 10, 20 people, 30 people, a wedding, 100, 200 people once, that's a good effort and a budget, and you need to do that. So we have full-time vendors, who cater to that. So when you're doing that, like daily wedding, okay, with several hundred people, and unlimited beverage, no doubt.
A daily wedding. I like that. All right, one more thing. I gotta say this, Rash.
Health insurance and all the benefits. Yeah, 100%.
All right, you ready? When you're all done, said and done, I think we're gonna sit down probably by 2062. When I figured by the time you're really done, I wanted to bring something to your attention. You know, I love boats. You know that. You love that.
Of course, yeah.
And I'm reading up this, and I wanted to tell you this last week, but I forgot. By 2027, the boating market will be $35.4 billion. Now, that's humongous, right? But what I'm saying is most people don't buy boats or bigger recreational vehicles because of gas prices. So I'm going to put a little seed in your head is I'm waiting for someone to come along that can design something where a boat doesn't take gas. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm going to be the guy that designs it. And then you just put whatever this mechanism, which I know you're going to think of, in there because people love to boat. And the truth is, the average middle class people, they can't even afford to get a halfway decent boat because of gas prices.
They've just released a hydrogen powered super yacht, Chris.
Yeah, but that's for super rich. I'm talking about middle class people. The one Onpassive represents the poor, the middle class, and everyone. But look, he's already smiling. He heard 30.45 billion market.
Because we're on 360, and I'm going to break this down for everybody's level of intelligence. Chris Johnson, live on YouTube right now, he's asking me to invent a source of energy that can help the boats, cruises, yachts, anything sails in an ocean or water or lake, better and more efficient, fuel efficient, or something cheaper, or environmental probably friendly, I would assume. You want it free or like?
No, I want it free. Someone's got to make a little bit of ching on
what
it.
else? Belly dance for you? Like,
yeah, there you go.
Come on. This is not like, okay, I got like this brilliant. Okay. Oh, by the way, while you're at it, okay, Andy, can you invent like a car that can like spin and fly and dive and make food? And
this means he's thinking about it, guys. Don't let him fool you. He's thinking about it.
Well, it was Sven Mayer in 1999.
You know what? Since you said it, I'm up to the challenge. All right, just because it's you, Chris. Okay, I will do it. But man, this project, I will take nothing less than $4.
There you go. I'll put in the $4.
If you got that, I'll go to work now.
There you go. I knew it.
All right, guys, please. I know this is live, but try to cut the last 4 minutes, okay? Cut.
That cat is out of the bag, man.
Yeah. You see, like how insane he is. Hey, by the way, I know a couple of people who have cancer. Can you find a problem for that?
Yeah. I'm waiting. I was waiting for him to say, well, "Yeah, but you got till Saturday." You know?
Hey,
yeah. I'm glad
that's how much faith I got in you, bro.
Yeah, he gave me a while.
Faith I got in you. You once told me, you tell me it, I'll get it done. So I'm telling you it. You got till 2062, man.
No. If I say I get it done, I will get it done.
I know you will. Thank you, Ash.
but you tell me the idea, I'm going to be clear, because some people are going to tell me, throw some ideas. They will come up with the ideas. So they might be good ideas, but I say that I don't have the ability to do them. So, but I'll say, I'll give it my all. Okay, that's different. I don't guarantee. But if I tell you I know how to get it done, it will be done. It's a done deal.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. What do you like to be done, Red? So
what are we on the subject
fuel
of
for your boat?
Actually, there's electric boats now and hybrids on the canal boats.
Oh,
it's a boat of contention in the narrow boating community, I can assure you. But they already have them here in the UK for those, because obviously you can put all the solar panels on the roof that produces the enough energy for the electric. So
how about this? We save the people on the ground first, and then we go to those who are on the ocean.
I totally agree. That's definitely got to be the way forward. 100%. Let's do that.
Yeah. You know, that's how I always think. You know why I always think fill your tank and then you go. I'm going to give you the analogy. Anybody been into an airplane before? All right. Have you seen that orientation or the presentation, you know, when before the flight or just while taking off, which is how to use the mask and in case you and the floaty, the vest. What do they tell you? If you pay attention, they tell you the oxygen mask to yourself in case you have children after you save your life. So we're going to think you are the main passenger and others are the children on board. Put your mask first, then to the children. That's what I think. So we're going to save those who are on the ground and fill your tank and look up to yourself. So the new term, if it's fair enough, after understanding the analogy, put your mask first. Once you're okay, you can plug it into the kids. Unless you have others, you can just throw the mask. My son is here. I would have said, you know, I would have said, I don't want him to be upset about grandma.
No.
Yeah. Just in case and she's on flight. You know what? The mask has a hole, so.
45,000, Ash. Remember, 45,000. Oh, Lord.
All right. Are we done? One more question. Last question. Andy, come on, spill the beans. You got something? We don't
Well,
give.
are we allowed to discuss what you
Anything
mentioned
you want.
earlier?
Anything
Okay,
you
well,
want. You want to stop the
mentioned,
stream and talk to me? I have another 40 minutes. I have.
You mentioned the next level in OMail. Would this be available for companies? Because at the moment, most companies.
Absolutely. You nailed it. Yep.
Okay, so
and it would be insane. There's going to be a feature that is not on the market. Period.
Okay,
not feature, a solution.
Right. Okay. Because most companies obviously have their own servers and therefore put their company at the company name dot. So we'll have that same facility then.
No, that's with the domain name to have your own extension. So your domain name comes with also the typically, like if you go to a registrar now, GoDaddy or Amazon, AWS, okay, Amazon Web Service, any host, okay, you register a domain name. Now that doesn't give you a mailbox with it, okay. You're not gonna have the so that's an add-on. Webmail is an add-on service, like a whole new service, and they're not cheap. With ODomain, you get that extra, okay? But the interface, the mailing solution, okay, OMail Pro has components for businesses and for advanced features within the mail itself.
Fantastic.
I'll give you an example. How about instead of your marketing or you're a company, and instead of giving them a link to go to a website, you would give them a function or an action within or a transaction within the email itself. So instead of, for example, you're having a campaign for Obless, all right? Example. Within the O mail, you can give an option, you know, chip in $5 or $25. You can give it, click there, it's connected to your wallet, bingo. Transaction within the mail, you don't leave, you don't click, you just like get it done within. So this is pro. That will be paid, but there's more. I can't talk. We're just public. I didn't plan anything. Otherwise, you know, my team is never going to let me talk in public.
Fantastic, Ash. Thank you very much, and thank your team for this wonderful work. It's extremely exciting. Every day is a
well,
like
I just have
store.
Chris to come up with some fantasies, and I go tell the team, got to come up with a solution to have the boat run on water. Recycle water from the ocean.
Well, I was also thinking about advertising too, you know, race boats. It's a big, big thing. We could have our own, down the road, our own Onpassive race boat. It's a big thing. And
of course.
Big thing.
What's our saying? We leave no unturned stone. We flip every one of them.
Absolutely.
We're going to market outside Onpassive until we become the market. And then you don't have to go outside. It's everything within our lobby, within the house, in-house. And you build it, they will come. That's what we just said. We built it and they came. Can you imagine what's going to happen? I mean, can you imagine like with that, what do you call that? The YouTube contest. Can you imagine? This is like $20,000 plus, okay? Can you imagine you're given that per second? Like that much given away. So look what happens in a week or 2 weeks, you're just given 20,000. But let's put it this way, simple math. And we're using Zoom, so we don't have a calculator like Connect. So 20,000, how many seconds are per day? So 100, I mean, 60 hours time 24, 104, 1,440 times 60, 86,000 seconds time 20,000. Slow down. $1.7 billion. Andy, you're the number. The numbers guy.
Number of seconds per day.
So, well, we know that. It's like 86,000 seconds a day. That's just a naive, you know, calculation that if we're doing that in 2 weeks, like you're giving away, you see the buzz that goes around. $20,000. It's a big deal. You know, some people are making 10,000 a few, but take that to the extreme, that 20,000 per second. But in a year, okay, just or a month, I calculated that. So annually, if you give well over, let's say $2 billion annually, you're going to be averaging the 20,000 a second. You follow me? No, you're not following me. All right, if we have a show for 2 weeks, $20,000, if we run that ongoing, so that is not going to be 20,000 in 2 weeks, going to be 20,000 per second. If that goes on, some people are going to make that 20,000, and then you got a million people, okay, earning 20,000, 5,000, 300, 200, added up, billions a year, right? So what would happen if you're having a $20,000 per second contest? So he was talking about marketing. All right. So you're going to have to rewind this 15 times, but you will get it. Not my fault that I'm fast mathematically. So I'll break it down for you, Andy.
I got it. It's 1.728 million. So 1.728 billion.
If you're doing a contest, you know, per second, okay, that's going to be billions annual, but I'm talking about per day, 86,000 seconds. Every second of those 86, if you're getting to that point, there's people are just going to be out of their mind. He's talking about marketing. Okay. I guarantee you didn't get it. What I'm saying is the marketing that we're talking about, put it on a boat show, on a sticker, on Burj Khalifa, on the playground behind me. All of that is one thing. But the marketing, once you put that ongoing around the clock contest, unlimited, it could be 20,000 per second. Example, there's no marketing needed. I'm just telling you. So cut this portion, rewind it 15 times, you will get it. Do that annual. So this is per day. Do that annual. Billions. Okay. What marketing are you talking about? It just, this is.
Absolutely. Well.
Cash flow. That people will sniff it a country, a continent away.
There goes all the meatballs again, Ash. All the meatballs right off the table again. Very good, though. I like the analogy.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need barbecue sauce. It will smell miles away. Okay, so you can cut the part since I came in and repost if that didn't impress you.
It does, however, mean that if you've got 20,000 every second, that with the number of people in the world, their chance of winning is at least 10 times a year.
The point is, when you have unlimited contest running, let's say 20,000 per second, that's hypothetical, okay? It could be more, some seconds, it could be less, okay? But if you have that running all the time, I use the 20,000 because I'm just making a reference to the thing that we have right now when you get hundreds of thousands engaged. But when you have that every second, that cash contest running, I'm just saying it's a powerful marketing source. So don't get carried with the exact figures, okay? That's not the point. The point is when you have that volume repeated, more frequent, nonstop, unlimited. What's Robin's topic tonight?
I can ask. I have no idea.
It's Q&A.
Okay.
Or whatever you want it to be. They might be changing it. They might be changing it right now.
I want it to be, are you ready? Okay, the
ready?
company's
You hear that,
ready.
Rob?
Are you ready?
He hears it. He hears it.
Company's ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Okay.
Okay.
He's got.
Are you going to show up on delivery day or are you going to hide? I'm sorry for that, but some people will hide. Trust me.
This is Rob.
Oh, he's calling you, or you calling him? So, Red, what's your prediction the price would be for Connect?
Easy. Red, you're muted. Don't say it, Red. You're muted.
I went, oof, that's a hard one to try and figure out. Whatever the price is, has to be in the marketplace as a comparison to something's around, but with better value, if that makes sense.
So it's a better value, and for example, 1,000 for what is it, Zoom? It's 300, and plus you need to get a license. I think it's like $14. Wait, while you're at it, okay, Andy, can you invent like a car that can like spin and fly and dive and make food? And
this means he's thinking about it, guys. Don't let him fool you. He's thinking about it.
Well, it was Stan Mayer in 1999.
You know what? Since you said it, I'm up to the challenge. All right, just because it's you, Chris. Okay,
I will do it.
But
man.
this project, I will take nothing less than $4.
There you go. I'll put in the $4.
You got that? I'll go to work now.
There you go. I knew it.
All right, guys, please. I know this is live, but try to cut the last 4 minutes, okay? Cut.
That cat is out of the bag, man.
Yeah. Do you see like how insane he is? Like he's hey. By the way, I know a couple of people who have cancer. Can you find a problem for that?
Yeah. I was waiting for him to say, well, yeah, but you got till Saturday. You know?
Hey,
I'm glad he.
That's how much faith I got in you, brother.
Yeah, he gave me a while.
Faith I got in you. You once told me, you tell me it, I'll get it done. So I'm telling you that you got the 2062, man.
No. If I say I get it done, I will get it done.
I know you will. Thank you, Ash.
But you tell me the idea. I'm going to be clear because some people are going to tell me, throw some ideas. They will come up with the ideas. So they might be good ideas, but I say that I don't have the ability to do them. So, but I'll say I'll give it my all. Okay, that's different. I don't guarantee. But if I tell you I know how to get it done, it will be deal.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. All right. What do you like to be done, Red? So
are we on
no
the
more
subject
fuel for your boat?
Actually, there's electric boats now and hybrids on the canal boats. It's a boat of contention in the narrow boating community, I can assure you. But they already have them here in the UK for those, because obviously you can put all the solar panels on the roof that produces the enough energy for the electric. So
how about this? We save the people on the ground first, and then we go to those who are on the ocean.
I totally agree. That's definitely got to be the way forward. 100%. Let's do that.
Yeah. You know, that's how I always think. You know why I always think fill your tank and then you go. I'm going to give you the analogy. Anybody been into an airplane before? All right. Have you seen that orientation or the presentation when before the flight or just while taking off, which is how to use the mask and in case you and the floaty, the vest. What do they tell you? If you pay attention, they tell you the oxygen mask to yourself in case you have children after you save your life. So we're going to think you are the main passenger and others are the children on board. Put your mask first, then to the children. That's what I think. So we're going to save those who are on the ground and fill your tank and look up to yourself. So The new term, if it's fair enough, after understanding the analogy, put your mask first. Once you're okay, you can plug it into the kids. Unless you have others, you can just throw the mask. My son is here. I would have said, you know, I would have said, I don't want him to be upset about grandma.
No.
Yeah. Just in case and she's on flight. You know what? The mask has a hole, so.
45,000, Ash. Remember, 45,000. Oh, Lord.
All right. Are we done? One more question. Last question. Andy, come on, spill the beans. You got something? We don't
Well,
get.
are we allowed to discuss what you
Anything
mentioned
you want.
earlier?
Anything
Okay,
you
well,
want. You want to
you
stop the
mentioned
stream and talk to me? I have another 20, 40 minutes. I have.
you mentioned the next level in OMail. Would this be available for companies? Because at the moment, most companies.
Absolutely, absolutely. You nailed it. Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, so
and it would be insane. There's going to be a feature that is not on the market. Period.
Okay,
not feature, a solution.
Right. Okay. Because most companies obviously have their own servers and therefore put their company at the company name dot. So we'll have that same facility then.
No, that's with a domain name to have your own extension. So your domain name comes with also the typically, like if you go to a registrar now, GoDaddy or Amazon, AWS, okay, Amazon Web Service, any host, okay, or you register a domain name. Now that doesn't give you a mailbox with it, okay. You're not gonna have the so that's an add-on. Webmail is an add-on service, like a whole new service, and they're not cheap. With ODomain, you get that extra, okay? But the interface, the mailing solution, okay, OMail Pro has components for businesses and for advanced features within the mail itself.
Fantastic.
I'll give you an example. How about instead of your marketing or your company, and instead of giving them a link to go to a website, you would give them a function or an action within or a transaction within the email itself. So instead of, for example, you're having a campaign for Obless, all right? Example. Within the OMail, you can give an option, you know, chip in $5 or $25. You can give it, click there, it's connected to your wallet, bingo. Transaction within the mail, you don't leave, you don't click, you just like get it done within. So this is Pro. That will be paid, but there's more. I can't talk, we're just public. I didn't plan anything. Otherwise, you know, my team is never going to let me talk in public.
Fantastic, Ash. Thank you very much, and thank your team for their wonderful work. It's extremely exciting. Every day is a.
Well,
like
I just have Chris to come up with some fantasies, and I go tell the team, got to come up with a solution to have the boat run on water. Recycle water from the ocean.
Well, I was also thinking about advertising too, you know, race boats. It's a big, big thing. We could have our own, down the road, our own Onpassive race boat. It's a big thing. And
I understand, of course.
Big thing.
What's our saying? We leave no unturned stone. We flip every one of them.
Absolutely.
We're going to market outside Onpassive until we become the market. And then you don't have to go outside. It's everything within our lobby, within the house. In-house. And you build it, they will come. That's what we just said. We built it and they came. Can you imagine what's going to happen? I mean, can you imagine like with that, what do you call that? The YouTube contest. Can you imagine? This is like $20,000 plus, okay? Can you imagine you're given that per second, like that much given away? So look what happens in a week or 2 weeks. You're just given 20,000. But let's put it this way: simple math, and we're using Zoom, so we don't have a calculator like Connect. So 20,000. How many seconds are per day? So 100. I mean, 60 hours time 24, 104, 1,440 times 60, 86,000 seconds time 20,000. Slow down. $1.7 billion. Andy, you're the numbers guy.
Number of seconds per day.
So, well, we know that it's like 86,000 seconds a day. That's just a naive, calculation that if we're doing that in 2 weeks, like you're giving away, you see the buzz that goes around. $20,000, it's a big deal. Some people are making 10,000 a few, but take that to the extreme, that 20,000 per second, but in a year, okay, or a month. I calculated that. So annually, if you give well over, let's say $2 billion annually, you're going to be averaging the 20,000 a second. You follow me? No, you're not following me. All right, if we have a show for 2 weeks, $20,000, if we run that ongoing, so that is not going to be 20,000 in 2 weeks, going to be 20,000 per second. If that goes on, some people are going to make that 20,000, and then you got a million people, okay, earning 20,000, 5,000, 300, 200, added up billions a year, right?
1.7.
So what would happen if you're having a $20,000 per second contest? So he was talking about marketing. All right, so you're going to have to rewind this 15 times, but you will get it. Not my fault that I'm fast mathematically. So I'll break it down for you, Andy.
I got it. It's 1.728 million. So 1.728 billion.
If you're doing a contest, per second, okay, that's going to be billions annual, but I'm talking about per day, 86,000 seconds. Every second of those 86, if you're getting to that point, people are just going to be out of their mind. He's talking about marketing. Okay. I guarantee you didn't get it. What I'm saying is, the marketing that we're talking about, put it on a boat show, on a sticker, on Burj Khalifa, on the playground behind me, all of that is one thing. But the marketing, once you put that ongoing around the clock contest, unlimited, it could be 20,000 per second. Example, there's no marketing needed. I'm just telling you. So cut this portion, rewind it 15 times, you will get it. Do that annual, so this is per day, do that annual, billions. Okay, what marketing are you talking about? This is.
Absolutely, wow.
Cash flow. That People
All
will
the
sniff it
meatballs.
a country, a continent away.
There goes all the meatballs again, Ash. All
Yeah.
the meatballs right off the table again. Very good, though. I like the analogy.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need barbecue sauce. It will smell miles away. Okay, so you can cut the parts in and repost if that didn't impress.
It does, however, mean that if you've got 20,000 every second, that with the number of people in the world, their chance of winning is at least 10 times a year.
The point is, when you have unlimited contest running, let's say 20,000 per second, that's hypothetical, okay? It could be more, some seconds, it could be less, okay? But if you have that running all the time, I use the 20,000 because I'm just making a reference to the thing that we have right now when you get hundreds of thousands engaged. But when you have that every second, that cash contest running, I'm just saying it's a powerful marketing source. So don't get carried with the exact figures, okay? That's not the point. The point is when you have that volume repeated, more frequent, nonstop, unlimited. What's Robin's topic tonight?
I can ask. I have no idea.
It's Q&A.
Okay.
Or whatever you want it to be. They might be changing it. They might be changing it right now.
I want it to be, are you ready? Okay,
Are you
the
ready?
company's
You hear that,
ready.
Rob?
Are you ready?
He hears it. He hears it.
Company's ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Okay.
Okay.
He's got.
Are you going to show
folks.
up on delivery day, or are you going to hide? I'm sorry for that, but some people will hide. Trust me.
This is Rob.
Oh, he's calling you? Or are you calling him? So, Red, what's your prediction the price would be for Connect?
Easy, Red. You're muted. Don't say it, Red. You're muted.
I went, oh, that's a hard one to try and figure out. Whatever the price is, has to be in the marketplace as a comparison to something's around, but with better value, if that makes sense.
So it's a better value, and for example, 1,000 for what is it, Zoom? It's 340 plus. You need to get a license. I think it's like $14 a month for the conference, and so it's on the upper 300-ish, close to 400 a month, because we have this very room. You can go to the setting right here. If you came in as admin, this is 1,000. So you would see the monthly subscription. It's 3 something plus that added without storage. So it's a good 300-ish to 400 a month for 1,000.
If that's the equation for 1,000 people, and you're giving something that's better,
superior,
interactive, all the rest of it, and even if you came in at 20% less than what is already there, then you're going to be you're on for a winner for sure.
And Andy, what's the biggest difference between Onpassive and any other in terms of the cost? There's a big portion of There's the cost, profit, and commissions. There's nobody give us commission.
And
So
there's
whatever
no other
our
company
price
that,
is, that include the commissions. Yeah, say it.
yeah, but there's no other company that pays you to use the product,
There you
which is
go.
what we will be.
Which ultimately, if you have a couple of users or sales, okay, that covers your subscription. And then anything after that is a plus. What a fun game, right?
You want to hear some good, Ash? You want to hear some good percentages?
No, before I tell you that, before Chris and everybody, pay attention, okay? But also the 1,000 attendees that can come to your Onpassive or Connect are free users. They're not just a one-time, attend and you have no connection with them. You have the ability to email them. You have the ability to contact them, and they wouldn't attend until they create an ecosystem login. It's that simple. So you get 1,000 actual people with you. At least a good percentage of them over time will buy from whatever you sell or have to offer. And when they do, also you make commissions, and they have the same opportunity. It's just mind-boggling.
Will they
I
have
can hear
to
it
do
now,
an OMail?
Chris.
Will they have to register an OMail email in order to get into the OAS then as a free user?
It's 2-in-1. So for example, if they want to attend, they create OMail. It becomes their login for the ecosystem. And that OMail login is if you log into OConnect by itself, if you log into Academy by itself, if you log into the ecosystem overall, it's all roads lead to Rome. Chris, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to throw this in there. You know, one of my biggest questions that I get is, why would people pay for like Go Connect? And I give it my reason, but I want to give you all a reason why. What's coming our way? Zoom right now is 900,000 business customers, 3.3 trillion annual meeting minutes. Okay, now 89% of people use Zoom for work purposes, while 63 use it with family and friends. These are the percentages that is going to, I don't think slowly, I think it's going to come when these 500,000 businesses realize that we have a cheaper pay and a better quality and a better service. A business is in it to make money and save money. They're going to come to OConnect very fast. So all you individuals that asked me that question, I just gave you some pretty powerful percentages. This is Andy's job. Andy, you should have said this because you're the numbers guy, but this is what we're talking about. See, these are the things that a brilliant mind looks at, not just says, hey, we're going to do this. I got to believe in Ash's mind and his staff and the people that surround him have looked at percentages, marketing, everything. And then they do it. They just don't do something. I think they really look at it, but think about those percentages of businesses that are going to come into OConnect. I think within the first 2 months, once they really find out about this. So I just thought I'd throw it in there. Ash, I'm sure you're going to add something to that. I don't know, but go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to help Rob Gorman and Lynn Nakamoto tonight by, putting the word out. Okay. Are you ready? And what ready means? Okay. Do you have the funds ready at the door? Okay. Some people have been saying, oh, I need a paid product. We gave you a free product. Okay, good. We gave you the paid product for free. You still want more. So now, okay, we're ready. Are you ready? And we're hinting how much it is. So we're kind of eliminating the excuses. Okay. Because I do have a feeling that many of those voices would be silenced once you just like enable the cart, the wallet in the back office. So according to Red's calculation, we're going to go back to that question. You said, let's say they're $400, 20%, anything 20% cheaper, we will compete. Is that fair enough? So 20% is $80. $80, that's 300 left, 320. So if we sell OConnect for 1,000-seat unlimited sessions with all the features we have, if we sell it for $300, 320, we should compete with Zoom.
You have to take into consideration what the company's taking in and what you're generously handing out. So
that is my point. So 320 including we're paying out commissions. So that should like double outdo, right? Overpower Zoom, because 320, it's just like if you're buying the service. We don't know you. Okay. But 320 and you're a partner, is that a good deal? All right. So Redfern, I will tell you the price right now is, if you cut that in half for the first 3 months, it will be less than that. I'm talking per month. Cut the 320. More features. Okay. Include